In this video, I will be updating this indoor enclosure to a bigger table, and I show you a couple of tortoise enrichments I made for the table, such as a nifty shell scratching station and a chalk tower. He already has a suitable outside enclosure, details of which you will find on my website linked in the description box below. Here we have another tortoise table for my tortoise. It's an upgrade from what he has been living in the winter in my office. It's a lot bigger, so I am about to transform this for him. Okay, so I have painted the outside white. I've literally just whitewashed it. I've given it a couple of coats, but I feel like it might need a few more coats. I still have to paint the lid as well, so I'll just paint that white, and add also a couple of handles, because the lid, well, the table is significantly bigger than the previous table, and every morning when I put food down, change his water bowl and things like that, I have to remove the lid. So because this one is almost like double in size, I think it would be prudent to add a handle or a couple of handles to it. So I think I will do that also. So today, what I will be concerning myself with is lining the table. So the table works quite hard because the substrate is cocoa coir, and that is quite heavy and it's quite damp. Okay, so it needs to be waterproof. So what I like to do is line. So I've got a variety of decals, I would say, that I will just stick onto the sides. And then I've got this left over from when I did his outside enclosure, and I used these to line the inside of his enclosure there. So I've got these left over. I don't have enough to do a whole wall, but what I will probably do is wherever I decide to put his water bowl, I will probably put it in a corner somewhere and have this sort of giving this sort of swimming pool effect. So I'll save that for the corner that I decide to put his water bowl in. And then I also have a waterproof, let's have a look at this. I have a waterproof one of those like tablecloths that I will probably use to line the bottom, just to protect the bottom from getting wet and rotted. So that's what we'll be concerning ourselves with today. I've used a PVC tablecloth and I've cut it roughly to size, and I have just gone around and stapled some of these in there. So that should be, I'll probably do a little bit more stapling so that this is all good. At this point, I realised some of the decals were not so sticky, so I used some sticky back plastic on top as extra adhesive and added protection. So on Pinterest, I found a station with some brushes where the tortoise would walk into it and get its shell scratched. So I thought that would be a really cool idea to make for my own tortoise. So I managed to source the materials just from around the house, and I did buy this and obviously the brushes as well. Okay, so here are the materials I have to create a tortoise enrichment area. So I have some nail brushes, a thin plank of wood, some double-sided tape, screwdriver, screw, some rubber bands, a plant stick, glue, and some like fake grass that I just bought a square sample of. So as part of my prep, I went ahead and drilled some pilot holes. This was just, I already fixed this side on just to make sure that it would work. And also in the bottom of the nail brush, I also drilled a pilot hole, and also at the bottom here, that's the other side that I will attach now. And I also had to drill a hole into this nail brush here, so that the rubber band, because it came with one hole, and I just drilled an additional hole to hold it on. So yeah, so let's assemble. I think we have a problem, so I need to unscrew this and put it back on. Okay, so let's do that. So there we go. So he will enter into one side, and he gets to have all of his shell scratched, as they do have nerve endings in their shell, so it should feel really nice for him.